Luxurious, simple, and delicious. Mussels, caviar, white bean puree. Stuffed mussels are very easy to prepare and to serve. Canapés, hors d'oeuvres, amuse-bouche, starters, or even used for banqueting. The possibilities are endless. Today we're going to serve them simply in their shell like this, to be enjoyed in a perfect bite-sized portion. So let's begin. So the first step is to prepare our mussels. We want to make sure the shells are very clean, cook them, store them in their cooking juices, and leave them to cool. I have another video on how to cook mussels, and the link is below. So next we're going to prepare some salt as our base for our shells. This is very simple to make. Just take some everyday table salt and mix a tiny bit of egg white in. You want to mix it well and keep adding salt until you get the desired consistency. So what we're looking for here is sort of a wet sandcastle type consistency. Not too wet, not too dry. The egg white is going to hold the salt grains together. This will make it malleable and the salt grains will not separate and fall onto the plate. So the quantities for this are not exact. You just keep adjusting until you get what you want. Add a tiny bit more salt if it's too wet. If it's too dry, add a tiny bit more egg white. And when you get a consistency like this is what you're looking for. So now we're going to dress our plate. Get a small circle mold, and we're going to spoon in the salt like this. And this will be our base for our shells. This is actually a really handy technique. You can use it for many other shellfish dishes, like scallops or oysters, for example. So I'm going to make 3 of these. So you can see how nicely they keep their shape. It's like a little sandcastle. So now we're going to take our mussel shells, which have been cleaned very well, and we're just going to arrange them in an interesting way. Not all going in the same direction, and because of the shape of the shells, they seem to fill out the plate much nicer this way. So now we're going to take our beautiful mussels. The beards have been removed. Now we're going to spoon in our caviar and make a really nice little package. So you want to make sure that everything is very clean. We're going to make sure they're all stuffed with the equal amount of caviar. Put a little tiny bit of olive oil on the outside. This is really a great technique. You can prepare this in advance and serve them all at once. It's very elegant and it could not be more simple to make. So now we have all of these beautiful packages ready. So now we're going to put a little bit of white bean puree in the bottom of each shell. It's a very simple puree. I'll have the recipe down below. White bean puree is perfect for this. It's almost light and rich at the same time. The creaminess goes well with the caviar. On its own, caviar sometimes can be a little bit salty. I find this puree really balances everything out. So now we're going to spoon our mussel packages back into our shells. And now we're going to finish these off with a little bit of chive and a tiny bit of olive oil. These really are delicious and they're so easy to make. You can also try substituting different types of caviar or fish roe. Well, thank you for watching. Please like it and subscribe. And if you enjoy our content, consider supporting us on Patreon. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below. Happy cooking!